On today's expose, I guess technically we already talked about him, but we're talking Genesis, also known as Tyler Dayspring. He first appeared in X-Force #1 as Tyler. He then came around in X-Force #5 as Mr. Tolliver. More on that in a second. And then in Cable #19 as Genesis. He was first created by Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld, who very much was that X-Force, Cable, Deadpool era. But Tyler, he can project solid holograms of memories of others, and he has advanced knowledge of technology. So you can basically like go into your head and project your thoughts, which for me, being a horny gay male, you're going to see a lot of nudity. A lot of nudity. But this character, he's gone through a lot because we'll just say he's Cable's son. That's also kind of disputed. But he was taken over by Strife, holding one of the clan chosen hostage, and Cable was like, well, fuck. I guess I just have to shoot my son in the head to save my clan chosen. So he leaves Tyler for dead. Tyler's still alive, and he's out of Strife's control. So he's like, well, fuck. My dad just shot me in the head. I'm not super happy about this. So he went back to the past, disguised himself as Mr. Tolliver, and was basically like the big bad to the X-Force. And then when he was eventually outed there, he then becomes Genesis, and he's like, I really like Apocalypse now. I'm gonna like be his horseman. And he's the one who brings Wolverine to Apocalypse and says, hey, this guy's pretty powerful. You want him as death. So a lot going on with this character. And the reason I say some people don't consider him Cable's son is because we have kind of a Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor situation going on here where Strife may have been the one who actually fathered Tyler. So it's never really been answered if it's Tyler or Strife or Cable who's actually the father. Cloning stuff is confusing.
Get him on Maury.
Get him on Maury. Wow.
I go where I wanna go. Jean.
Scott.
Jean?
Scott.
I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
Welcome to this week's episode of Solving for X. My name is Shawn. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X-fan myself, Kevin.
And hi, I'm Ryan. I'm very much a fan of this podcast, I would say. I'm Ryan, and thanks for letting me join today, guys.
Woohoo!
You're welcome. We're so excited. This has been a long time in the making because you found our show and you messaged in and you were like, I love your show. I want to be on it. And I was like, all right, we'll make it happen. And I kind of saved you for Beyond Good and Evil.
I love it. Thank you very much. This is one of my favorite episodes, or this is one of my favorite arcs too, because just so many cameos. And I'll be honest, even researching from this, I was like, I don't remember that person in this. Like, so it was really cool.
I know you're right. There's so many people. We're going to have a lot of cameos going on in the next few episodes. Cameo. Come out. No, sorry. So, Ryan, how did you get turned on to X-Men?
When I was younger, my uncle actually bought me like a few comics, and the Fantastic Four, Avengers, stuff like that. But the X-Men really kind of like stuck out to me. I don't know why. I think I just really thought that they were like the cooler ones of everyone. And then reading about them and finding out about how like they were kind of like pushed aside and no one really liked them, and still fighting for the people that hated them. That kind of like really stuck out to me, and I was just like, I like these people and I like what they do. Ever since then, I have been a huge fan Probably through high school, it kind of fell off a little bit, but then right after college, I jumped back in, and it was like awesome. It was like during like the Grant Morrison time of comics too, or X-Men. So it was really awesome. Got to get to see Emma and like all of her whoreness, and that was like amazing. I loved it. I was like, yes. But I mean, everything from there then on, I've just been a complete extreme fan. During COVID, I started to listen to some podcasts, and then I found you guys, and I was like, I haven't rewatched the old series in a long time. Like, let me rewatch them with you guys, and it has been one of the most fun experiences. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the podcast and for allowing a nerd to come on your podcast and nerd out with you guys. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me.
Oh, thank you.
That.
And yes, I love.
I'm so excited.
I love speaking to other nerds, other fans, just getting your take on things. So this is an honor for us as well, Ryan. So we're happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you mentioned Emma. Is she your favorite character? Who would you say is your favorite character?
My all-time favorite character is Bobby Iceman, Bobby Drake. Like, absolute favorite character of all time. I have a little shrine over here to him. I would pull the kind of like down there somewhere in there. There's a bunch of X-Men stuff. Quite a few action figures, Funko Pops, all that stuff, fun stuff. And Bobby, I know, being queer or being a gay man, Bobby has been actually someone that has meant like the world to me, actually, just because we've kind of been on the exact same journey where throughout my entire life, I've known that I've been gay and all that stuff, but I didn't come out to my family or friends until my late 20s, early 30s. So kind of going through that same experience during the exact time that Bobby did it in the comics.
Yeah.
I was doing it. So it was a lot of fun. I'm extremely happy to say that myself and Bobby don't have the same experience with their parents. My parents have been extremely welcoming and all that stuff, but it's been amazing to go through that experience with a character that I've related to even before that was my favorite even before they came out. So it just made them be my favorite
even more.
Infinity. Yeah.
And beyond.
And
you took the
beyond.
words right out of my mouth.
It's funny because I noticed, I think a week or two ago, our sister podcast, Power of X-Men, posed the question, was Jean in the wrong for the way she outed Bobby? And it had a very heated discussion. Some people were in favor of Jean, some people were not. So what is what's your take on that?
I'll be completely honest. When it first happened, I was like, oh, I guess she did that or whatever. But then when that was taken away from me myself, through an experience like that, like when I wasn't able to tell someone and someone else did that for me, that upset me. So it kind of upset me to the point where I was like, little Jean, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be better than this, like not only are you going to destroy a world, but you're destroying this little gay man's emotional status right now. Like,
yeah,
I can see that. I do have respect for her for pulling him aside at least. Like, she didn't do it in front of anyone.
Yeah.
She just
I have something to tell you about Bobby. But yeah, our friends at X Reads did a similar kind of conversation about that too, which is, it's always fascinating.
Yeah, I always like to hear people's opinions.
Yeah.
Well, and last week, Kevin, you were here with me in LA. You were here. We had our Disneyland adventure, and we also had our Aqua adventure. And it made me think of something you mentioned, Ryan. It's funny because, there's a very obvious parallel to the queer community and X-Men and kind of being the outsiders. And one of the things that I told Kevin about Aqua is it was a very queer concert. The two openers were queer. Aqua has always been very queer friendly. And it's like when I go to these events with concerts, with drag queens, with anything that's very queer focused, it's always about love. It's always about, accept everybody for how they are. Don't hurt anybody else. It's not about like, oh, see that guy over there, I'm going to turn him gay. I want him to be gay, or I want those children to be gay. It's like, no, I just want them to have the freedom to express themselves. So it very much feels like what you were saying, where the mutants trying to just let everybody be who they are, and we have all these people attacking us. So it's, very sad sometimes.
When I was younger, I always thought that too, like kind of that it was only like based towards race and all that stuff. And then when I got like older, I was like, oh wait, it's not only race that like the X-Men are identifying with, it's also like sexuality and stuff like that too, like how they are disliked, like when I was younger, like watching the cartoon, I thought that it was always like a depiction between how race treated people differently instead of like by their sexuality. But then when growing up and stuff like that, it kind of opened up my eyes that I was like, wait, this is also based on queer stuff as well too. And it just meant like 10 times more to me then too.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well,
awesome. Well, let's get into this episode. So this is, just to give a little history. So basically, the Lualds were approached by Fox and said, all right, this is it. This is the end of your 65 episodes. Let's wrap it up. So Eric Luald made this whole story. It was all written. It was even beginning to be animated. And then Fox came back and said, we need 10 more episodes.
He's like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Here's a big problem I'm going to put in your head to think about, but I'm not going to tell you what. I'm just going to tell you kind of to think about this right now. Eric had five of the X-Men leaving the team by the end of the story. So there are going to be 5 X-Men leaving and 4 joining. So I'm not going to tell you who or what or how. I want you just to think about that, Kevin, as we go through these 4 episodes. So who is going to leave and who is going to join?
I have no memory of any of this. Okay. I watched these long ago, but it's fine.
Yeah. So these are some of my favorite episodes of the whole series. I just love the way everything's like brought together. These are original stories, not based on the comics. And as you saw, it's kind of a sequel to One Man's Worth, which is another of my favorite little 2-parters. All right, let's get down to our previously on real quick. We'll go through the episode introduction and we'll get started on picking apart this episode.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So last week's previously on was, who do you think is the better cook, Jean or Gambit? Ryan, let's start with you. What are your thoughts?
I'll be honest. I saw this question on Instagram prior to listening to the episode, so I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I honestly think that Gambit's going to probably be a little bit of a better cook, just because it's going to have a little more flavor, a little more spice to it, something that I might like. And in my mind, I'm like, Jean's more of like the cookie cutter, she'll make like the chocolate chip cookies, cupcakes, stuff like that, which I also love. But I feel like for like a meal, you're going to want Gambit.
Yeah. I mean, his cooking too, not just Gambit, right?
On both parts, let's be honest.
I was like, what are you wearing under that apron? I don't know.
Yeah. And I believe, did you say
King?
Jean? Yeah. It's Jean. You said Jean, right, Kevin?
I did. Home cooked meal. I think of I don't know, mom food. You're right, mom food. I just I love Cajun food, but I'm like, is it gonna be too spicy? Will I be able to handle it? Am I a baby? I don't know.
I don't know.
So I'm like, I know mom food is always gonna be good. So that's why I said Jean.
Before I reveal the answer that we got, somebody wrote in and they said, Gambit's the better cook, but Jean will use her power to make you think she's the better cook. Fun answer.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky Jean, the real villain of season 1. So we had 8 votes versus 24 votes, 25% to 75%. Gambit is the better cook.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, I think also the fact that we're pretty much a queer podcast with a lot of queer listeners. I mean, most of us are going to pick Gambit just because he's tastier.
Love it.
So let's see. So this aired November 4th, 1995, written by Steve Cudden, directed by Larry Houston, which these are the last few Larry Houston episodes. He doesn't do, I believe he doesn't do season 5, but we'll have to look at that more when we get to season 5.
Do we know if any of these people are being welcomed back, or if they're like alive still, or being welcomed back for like directing for 97?
I know that Eric and Julia Lewald are involved. I'm pretty sure Larry
Houston's going to be involved.
Yeah.
They always go to all the conventions together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the voice actors are all involved.
Lenore for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nora Spencer is not around anymore, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Cyclops, correct?
Cyclops.
Yeah. That was a few years ago, I believe. I remember seeing that and being like heartbroken, being like, oh,
Yeah.
childhood.
And then, of course, we learned Allison Court, who voiced Jubilee, will not be voicing Jubilee, but she will still be in it.
Another
which
character.
I respect that decision. She wanted to give that to an Asian voice actor.
I like that too. I think that is pretty awesome. That is, I approve totally. But I'm also very, very curious to who she's good. The Allison, was it?
Yeah, Allison Court.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see who Allison's going to play.
I know. I think I'd put my money on probably Val Cooper, but I really want like Shadow Cat.
I know. I want something like that too. I don't want her to go to a villain status. Like, I don't want to dislike her.
Be an X-Men.
Exactly.
Be a good person.
Mutant and proud.
All right, let's do this. So, Cairo, 3999 AD. Ships fly around a futuristic city, but those aren't important right now. We pan over to that part of the future the shadow touches. You must never go there. Within the woods, Cable is leading a strike force to attack Apocalypse's base. He reveals Apocalypse has ruled for 500 centuries and they're going to stop him here or die trying. The team, clan chosen, moves out.
Yeah.
So, roll call. We have Tyler, who we talked about, Cable's son, or is he? We also have the metal arms guy with like no shirt on is Garrison Kane. I used to have his figure, but I never knew a lot about him. The robot guy is Boke. The redhead is Dawn Silk, and the Grace Jones looking woman is Hope. So there you go.
I love it. Didn't they also used to have a figure of the robot guy too? I believe Toy Biz.
Oh, did they?
I want to say because I want to say that I got him like one Christmas, and I was like, "Mom, who is this guy? I don't know
Like,
who this guy."
I don't know her.
Thanks, Mom. Sorry to the better.
Yeah. Sorry to this man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up while you're reading.
Clan Chosen scales a small cliff and approaches the door to the pyramid. They hack it open and enter. Cable leads them to what he thinks is the entrance to Apocalypse's lair. He triggers a hidden lever and they find Apocalypse's chamber. It's blowy, which it was. I was like, yeah, we got to talk about that. Cable is separated from Clan Chosen and he's surprise attacked by Apocalypse. Apocalypse tells Cable this was a trap intended to steal Cable's time travel cube. So why did they have that 80s hairband moment there?
I know. Yeah, like do it.
Exactly. I was like, I'm here for it, but I was like, I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know this is also kind of loose, but I included a 90s moment here.
Man.
You got mail. 90s moments.
The fact
Okay.
that Cable said, "I hate snakes." It's such an Indiana Jones thing, and Indiana Jones is very 90s.
Yep. And very now too, with the release of the
Yeah.
new movie.
I know, and if anybody needs to know anything about the movie, you can listen to this week's episode of Marvelous Galaxy of the
Set you up there. No.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll send you the Venmo later.
There we go. Also, another thing when you mentioned Grace Jones, I also love that you guys always have like subtle drag race like little things like mentions in here. Like I'm like it's X-Men drag race, and like that's how it goes like in my life, and family. No, I'm joking. It's like
Yeah.
Fiance is
It's
above
great.
X-Men, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So, were you living for it when we had Dax and when we had Rockham?
Yeah, I'm not joking. I even told my fiance, I was like, that they had Dax and Rock on their podcast. He was like, really? I was like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Outside the chamber, Clan Chosen blasts away at the doors, now led by Tyler. In the chamber, Cable challenges Apocalypse and tells him he'll never win. Apocalypse tells Cable that he will soon cease to exist and attacks. This where he's like, this is where he gets the whole Jafar moment. He's like, the genie's power does exceed my own. You're right. I'm having such an existential crisis right now. Apocalypse suddenly realizes that he's been fighting mutants for this long and hasn't won, and he goes on a monologue about it.
Yeah.
Maybe he sucks. Yeah.
I love in the monologue, though, when he is like, blasphemer!
Yes.
I'm like,
that was great.
Been there, Cable. Been there, girl. I've been called the blasphemer first as well.
He disappears just as Clan Chosen reaches Cable. Cable reveals to his team that Apocalypse vamoosed and took his time travel computer, leaving them stranded in his time. Why does Cable sound like Jack Nicholson?
Yeah,
He does kind of.
yeah, I agree.
I just get this voice sounds familiar to me. What is it? I'm like, oh.
You know what, though? As much as I love Oscar Isaac, this Apocalypse in this cartoon ruined any other Apocalypse for me. Like, he's so dramatic. He's such
the
a
drama.
daddy. Yeah.
It's great.
He's the Candy Muse of X-Men.
Yes.
He just extends syllables for like forever.
That's why the Luwalds needed to bring him back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like they brought Candy.
Good
And
TV.
they're both unbeatable. You can't
Good
get rid
TV.
of them.
Good TV. I just love, too, the blasphemers when he said it. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Blasphemers.
Blasphemers!
I love this idea of self-realization for a villain, though. He's like, wow, I've been fighting mutants for this long, and I still haven't won, so I must really
Is this
suck.
my destiny?
Yeah, is it my destiny to suck?
That's it. I'm canceling therapy tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know it all now.
All right. Cut back to May 11th, 1959. In the past, we
Yes.
see Fitzroy draining energy from a young Professor X, but in black and white, so we know it's old-timey. Fitzroy and Bantam take off as Bishop, Shard, and time-displaced Logan and Storm help Charles. We get the heart-wrenching scene once more, and Logan and Storm having to give up the life they have together as Bishop bounces back through time.
Bye.
Bye.
I do love that. And also I was thinking about it too, like if speaking of like the comics, if you think about it, like Wolverine and Storm, like they didn't hook up until Wolverine and the X-Men, right? Like for the first time. And if you think about it in this series or like the episode, Storm had her mohawk. And like right after they hooked up, she had her mohawk, like he shaved her head in the shower with her claws and had the mohawk. So I'm like, I was wondering if it was like bringing it back to kind of this episode call out where she had the mohawk and they were together for in that time history.
Oh,
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that because that's when she got the mohawk again in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah.
And the writers now of the comics are our age, so they probably were very much inspired by
that. And maybe that's the reason. I mean, let's be honest, she looked badass when she was in the leader of her X-Force in that X-Force suit that she took for the longest time until she got her X-Men red suit. But yeah, I don't know, maybe. Just food for thought.
Wow. I love it.
I came to the table with some stuff. I have stuff in my back pocket.
Right.
Maybe I'll get asked on again. Maybe, I don't know. No.
Yeah. We'll see if you're a good boy.
More to come. Are you a good boy? Are you a nasty boy?
We're gonna get there. Calm down, girl. Was that a little foreshadowing?
So, Kevin, what went through your head seeing that this is like an extension of One Man's Worth?
I was like, oh, well, it makes sense that this would be like a finale because it's bringing all these little pieces from the series back together, which I think is very smart, and it rewards people who watched all this time.
I love how Ryan and I are just sitting back, looking at you like you have no idea. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You have no idea what you're in for and how much it ties back.
Everyone loves a tip, but just wait.
Yeah. Just wait till it all goes in.
Yeah.
All right, it's my turn. Bishop's back to his own time, 2055 AD. He's back in Forge's lab. Shard and Ford eagerly await Bishop's exiting the time stream. Sorry, I got a little mixed up there.
Charge and Ford, I love it.
Yeah,
Charge.
You have no idea. I was literally before this, I'm Shard and Ford, trying to get it right. It's not gonna be right at all during this, so my apologies. He's not getting welcome back, folks. No. Shard and Forge eagerly await Bishop exiting the time stream, but he seems stuck. There's a massive energy traveling through the stream, messing it all up. Bishop is absorbed back into the time stream. He hears Apocalypse laugh just before he passes by. Bishop ends in the middle of all time.
Gasp.
Oh. Yes.
Also, this Bishop's back. I was like, you got a lot of B's in here. But
that's why I gave it to you.
People's names are a verb now. It's what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw there was another one in here too.
And I didn't read any of these. I'm reading it for the first time, so yay!
And I'm the asshole who wrote it.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. In the middle of all time.
I was also waiting. I'm like, how is Kevin gonna say these? I'm looking at somebody else. I could hear it in my mind, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's how it is.
There you go. So here, Bishop meets Benda, an annoying custodial janitor, but he's also got so much energy that I love. I'm all about this energy. It's what I do. The laughing, the random outbursts. Yeah, sure. Run around. I teleport. I get it. Oh, who also seems to teleport? Segway. Bishop demands answers. Bender tells him they are at the axis of time. Bender shows Bishop that all time travelers pass through the axis, but somehow Bishop got stuck. Bishop sees a time portal that shows Scott and Jean's wedding and Mister Sinister attacking it. He tries to shoot it to no avail. I was like, you can't kill time, stupid silly bishop.
You sounded like him for a second there. I was like,
Yeah.
is that Bender?
You did.
Yeah.
What an
Ben-
American way to do this. Like, try to shoot at it first before doing
Yeah.
anything else.
And he's from 2055, so it's like, whew, we're going to be great in the future. It's going to looking great, guys. We advance great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bender, all right, have you guys ever been to Disney World?
All the time.
Yes.
All right, MG or Hollywood Studios?
Both. Yeah.
Muppets, the Muppets a ride attraction.
The Muppets 3D, which
Yeah,
used to be at
Muppets
Disneyland,
3D.
but is no longer at Disneyland.
Why do you have to rub it in? Why do you have to hurt me?
We still got it. I have ownership over Disney World because I go there all the time. So I feel like we have it in Florida.
Yeah.
But I do hate the spirit of 3D. That thing drives me nuts.
Okay, Spirit of 3D, is that the voice of Bender though? Like that's what
Oh.
every time I hear it, I'm like,
Maybe.
it like literally because every time I hear it, I was like, wait, is that the like like guy? You know what
Well,
I was like,
Maybe.
and then I tried to IMDb it, and then I got like got lost on an IMDb trail. So I'm sorry, I didn't come with that information.
well, because Bender to me sounds kind of like Mojo, so I wonder if we can
Yeah.
find it that way.
And isn't Mojo someone famous? I believe.
He's
Or,
a folk singer
That's
who's
what it
very anti-Trump. I love it. Go to his YouTube. You can see all kinds of fun videos.
I love it.
I forget his name though.
You had me at anti-Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's great.
So I'm gonna tell everybody this, Kevin. I'm sorry. That first day, last Tuesday, when I picked you up from the airport, you had
Yeah.
so much energy. You were just like Bender. I was like, I have no idea what he's talking about half the time.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I saw this. I'm like, that's me. I saw him.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's totally me. So I'm glad you picked that up.
But I have sad news for you. Bender is an original character to the show. So these are the
Wow.
only episodes you'll be able to see him in. You won't be able to see him in any comics or anything else.
I love his little red goatee. Ugh. Okay, fine.
I will admit, I was like, I'm gonna try and read all the comics that this episode was based on. But then when I listened to last week's episode, I was like, well, there goes that idea.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just rewatch it about 4 times.
There you go. Oh, I know when they first put X-Men back on, or put it on Disney Plus, like I went straight to Beyond Good and Evil. I was like, I want to watch these again, and then
Yes.
I'll watch the whole series.
I even bought them maybe 5 or 6 years ago when they came out on DVD form. Like they released them pack by pack. Like I bought all of them, and even had some of my buddies over being like, "We're watching these," and everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Yes, we are. Yes, we are."
Yep. I bought those DVDs as well. I still have
yeah.
them.
I remember those.
They're
Yeah.
right there, right on top of my
Yeah.
other X-Men memorabilia.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like you're my long lost brother, Ryan.
Yeah.
This man,
Hello,
we're both
brother.
obsessed with the show.
Yes.
We both hate Trump. We both love
Yep.
RuPaul.
Separated. We're like a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. waiting to
Twinsies.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Double treble. Okay, anyway.
X-Men. The present. Beast brays on and on at Gene and Scott's current wedding, where everyone is pretty much wearing the same thing as the first wedding. Different officiator, though, winky face. It's not Mister Sinister in disguise. Everyone titters as Gene and Scott shove cake into each other's face.
It's so weird.
It was
It's
so awkward. It was literally like they're like,
this, and then they're like, smile.
Yeah.
it's like what. I literally was like, I want to bring my fiance and be like, this is what we're not doing.
Everything
we
about
are
this
not
wedding is
doing
wrong.
this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Napkin. napkin.
That too afterwards. It was in that the way they did this. I was like, how did you get the amount of frosting by doing this? By pat, pat.
Cover your whole face.
He basically smashed your face in it. Yeah.
All right.
The magic of X-Men. Yeah.
The magic of X-Men.
Yeah.
Wolverine threatens Scott, then cuts a piece of cake with them nasty ass claws. Like I'm still freaked out by it. They are inside him. They are not good to you.
You know what was so random about this though too? He's like, let me cut this cake. I'm gonna walk away. Like what?
Yeah.
Is that give this to Professor Xavier now? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then he cuts the X in half too, and I'm like, "Oh, you're subtle, buddy."
I will put this on the plate and leave.
Yes.
It was so weird.
Yes, with his middle claw too. I was like, "You're flicking them off and cutting the cake." Oh, I see you, Wolverine. I think you're sneaky, but we see you. Yeah.
Xavier tells Jean and Scott he are so proud of them. Jean throws the bouquet, and Rogue catches it. Which. Would you like a piece of irony here?
Sure.
The next X-Man to get married in the comics after Jean and Cyclops is Rogue and Gambit in X-Men Club number 30 in June 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice.
But that was drama too. They hijacked the wedding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They totally did. They stole it from Colossus and Kitty. But to be honest, they shouldn't be together. That was just a weird thing back in the day, though, too. Wasn't he like 25 and she was like
14?
14? Yeah. Something like that. I mean, even if he was like early 20s, though, still, she was 14.
Yeah. And he cheated on her with an alien.
Yeah.
Go date Spider-Man for a little bit, Kitty. It's fine.
Ultimate X-Men. I love it. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
They were cool together. That's when I first really started liking Kitty Pryde, was her ultimate version.
Yeah.
I think she came out, she didn't come out to me, but she came out to everyone in the comics, apparently being bisexual. But I think when she first really struck me was astonishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when Joss Whedon took over, I love those books. I know that he's not the nicest person or anything like that, but those books were, I do really enjoy those books.
Those were the first X-Men comics I read in entirety. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I think that's that was it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were like, oh, Joss Whedon's doing it. I'll read it. I
was in college. I'm like, I want posters, so I got X-Men poster, and then I got to read these now.
The art for that though also is beautiful. I do really like the art for that.
One thing I do love about our 90s X-Men show is because of course J.K. Rowling was a huge influence on me. Joss Whedon was a huge influence, and to find out they're assholes sucks.
Yeah.
But hearing the Luwalds and following the Luwalds, they are the coolest people. They're anti-Trumpers. They're very embrace it. What's the word I'm looking? They embrace the queer community. Inclusive. They know their show's very loved by the queer. So I love that we still at least have them. We still have our X-Men creators.
Definitely, I totally agree, and thank you guys too, because I mean, from this, I'm learning so much more about the Luwalds and all that stuff too. So I didn't really know that much about it. Since then, I'm not gonna lie, I have the book back there, but I'm afraid to read it because I don't want to spoil some of the things that I'm gonna learn from this podcast. So it's it's back there. I'm gonna bring it to this con that I'm going to, that I know that Wolverine, Rogue, and Jubilee are going to be at. So I'm going to get them to sign it, and then I will, maybe I'll try and read it before then, because I don't want to sign it after that, or I don't want to open it and move it and stuff after that, after I have those people sign it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a really cool con, though. It's have you guys heard of the Uncanny Experience?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they're my friends that are doing it. I was supposed to be a cosplayer there.
Oh, really?
Because I can't because September is a really bad month for me, busy month. But they asked me to be a cosplayer there because my Wolverine Dorkside Fitness is going to be there. The Phoenix, who does my Vegas friends, are going to be there, and it's going to be fun. So enjoy it.
I will. I'm very excited. Yeah, very excited to do it. And I know those people are going to be there, so I was like, all right, I'm going to definitely get that stuff signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad because they reached out to me personally to be like, Shawn, are you coming? And I'm like, I want to so bad, but I'm still unemployed and I can't keep spending all this money.
Yeah.
If I get a job before, then maybe. And I'll look for you there, Ryan. But until then.
Yeah, Chandler told me I could stay on his couch. Like, it was a whole thing. So.
Yeah.
Awesome,
okay.
Awesome. All right, I think I'm up. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Everyone is lined up out in front to see the happy couple off. Gambit is tying cans to the back of their car when Jean and Scott come running out at full sprint. This was really odd. Like, the doors just opened and, like, they're like, boom, like running out. But whatever, we'll get to that. They both get into the car. Storm ominously celebrates the fact that nothing has gone wrong, like the last time. It's like she was like, she wanted something to go wrong. Yeah. She put it into the universe and she was like, oh, let's see.
But like,
the one who took the shield down.
her weird wording though to me first, like, a joyous occasion, long and coming. I'm like, tee.
That's hilarious. Very true. Very true.
Yes.
As the couple begins to drive off, a bright light flares before the car and knocks them out. The Nasty Boys attack from above. They easily dispatch the party guests and take off with the car Scott and Jean are in. All right, so I am so excited that I'm on a episode that the Nasty Boys are on, because I don't know if I've heard it before from another podcast I listened to or something like that, but I feel like I don't know if I came up with this myself, but I feel like the Nasty Boys are all like someone that, like, a gay man stereotype, like, seriously. And especially in this, like, if you think about this, all right, so we have Gorgeous George. You always have that gay man that's, like, you know, like enhancing the cheeks, lips, something like that, or like having some type of plastic surgery. And that's what his powers are, you know, like he modifies his body to, like, do whatever he wants. Then there's hair bag. I mean, a bear, come on, like that's like given. There's a slab. There's always, like, the gays that love to be in the gym, working out all the time, stuff like that. That I feel like that.
It's not me. It's not me. It's fine. It's fine.
Then we've got Ruckus. I mean, there's always the loud gay in some type of, or there's a group of loud gays. I mean, again, Shawn, yes, I'm the loud gay in my friends. Like, so I feel like, yeah, we are brothers separated, but we are the Ruckuses. And then in this one, like in the first time that we saw them, it was just, I believe it was just those four, wasn't it? Them, there wasn't anyone else included with that.
Vertigo was in there too, wasn't she?
Was she there the first time that she came? Because I know that she was here this time.
She was here. She was here prior to this.
Part, right? Yeah, she was here in Savage.
I don't know if it was the first. Okay, Savage.
She was the one that, like, made Xavier and Magneto cut the ropes to have to fall down into the thing. Right. So I knew that she was there. I wasn't aware if she was with the Nasty Boys the first time. Right. But I don't care. Even better that she's here this time, because every group of gay men need a hag, and that's Vertigo. Right. So, like, yeah. So not a hag, but you know what I mean. You know, like, every group of gay men always has, like, that one girl that, like, hangs out with them or has the something like that, and that's Vertigo. And
I know we had the Flippy Rock Pirate. That was the first time. Flippy Rock Pirate.
Wasn't that Ruckus?
Ruckus, yeah. Ruckus, yeah. I remember him. Yes.
I mean, and I do like rum, so I could be part pirate.
There you go. There you go. You know what? I think this was on Cyclops is Waiting for Me. I think they're the ones that mentioned it, actually.
But I was like, I was like, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's like, I was even talking to my fiance about it, and he was like, oh, yeah. He's like, you're missing a few. I'm like, give it time. The Nasty Boys could be remade somehow. We haven't seen them on Krakoa yet. I don't believe.
Yeah. Add more members. There you
I
go.
think
You
the
get
Gorgeous
more.
George is the only one that you've seen at the Lagoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was eventually revealed that they just keep cloning. So, like, every time one dies, they automatically reclone. And that's why they're kind of messed up in the head, because they're just clone of clone of clone of clone.
Is that the Nasty Boys or is that the Marauders?
Oh, that's the Marauders. You're right. I get them confused because they're both the
They're both
groups.
Sinister groups, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and everyone's been a Marauder at this point, to be honest with you. Gambit was a Marauder when he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point out here, did you notice the license plate on the car as Cyclops drove away?
No.
It said Slim.
Oh! I love that.
Which, of course, for anybody who doesn't know, that's one of the nicknames that people give Scott. And then when Scott and Jean go to the future to raise Cable and they can't reveal who they are, they call themselves Red and Slim.
Yeah.
And then it's eventually revealed that Cable's like, yeah, I fucking knew it was you. Of course I knew it was you.
Step into a Slim Jim. 90s moment.
Right.
That is awesome.
So this episode, for two reasons so far, one of them you brought up, Brian, but it's very much giving me some Charmed vibes, Kevin.
Oh.
Because you brought up the fact that we've kind of come full circle on the Storm Mohawk, like we did with Prue having the blonde hair.
Yeah.
But also, I had to kind of remind myself that Bishop, when he sees the wedding, I thought that was till death do us part, but that was actually a premonition of what was about to happen. So it's kind of like what we just talked about with Phoebe in the last episode,
Right.
not knowing when it takes place.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I love these plurs between the podcasts.
Yeah, I love players.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Yeah. The Nasty Boys gather further down the road. They open a portal, and gorgeous George demands that they take Jean and leave Psyche for now. So they take Jean, and Psyche's just sitting there, passed out. They throw Jean into the portal and throw open a new portal for themselves, leaving Scott helpless and knocked out.
Oh, useless. Back at the manor, Xavier's flipping the fuck out. He can't feel Jean anymore. Fuck Cyclops' drag. Storm refuses to believe Jean is gone. She flies off carrying Beast and Gambit. Now that's some upper body strength. Rogue grabs Wolverine and they fan out to find Jean. Again. Fuck Cyclops' drag. Jubilee tries to help, but Xavier demands she clear out the guest.
I cracked up at that. She's like ready. He's like, Jubilee, get in there. Take care of the guest. I'm like, okay. Cinderella, mop the floors.
That was a very evil stepmother moment.
Yeah. Not to mention, Xavier could have just been like, all right, everybody leave. I'm using my powers on you. But instead, Jubilee has to do all the work.
He's
like, what can I do?
Be like, leave. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, hey, everybody, I think the wedding's canceled. So.
We thought second time was a charm, guys. Sorry.
Sorry.
We'll see you guys at the third round.
Yep.
I said, don't forget to wear the exact same thing to the next wedding, guys. All right.
Right.
Also, again, thank you for the drag, the fuck Cyclops' drag. Fucking the RuPaul isms in here. I love them. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
The small X team finds Scott passed out. Enter Wolverine. He's pretty mad Jean's gone. Beast finds it curious they only took Jean. He suddenly suspects a trap. Storm orders Rogue to go back with her and Cyclops to check on the mansion. Wolverine says it's no good. He says he can't smell them, so it's not happening. I don't know. When I just a little something came into my throat when Wolverine came out there. Sorry.
Oh, what are you alluding to?
Just thinking of that, the costume that was posted, the one with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It looks so good. Do you guys think that we're gonna get the mask?
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. I hope.
Probably like real quick in the beginning, and the rest of it will be without it.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm super pumped for that movie.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, if you want to know more about the movie, you can listen to this week's Marvelous Galaxy of Disney.
Another setup? Yeah. Alley-oop? Yeah.
Oh! Back at the manor, Jubilee sees the last of the guests away while Xavier scans for Jean with Cerebro. He notices that there have been random spikes of energy. Enter Mister Sinister, who may be the cause of one of them. Sinister easily dispatches Xavier's Havacha as Jubilee bravely tries to attack. Sinister nonchalantly takes down Jubilee and grabs Xavier.
Yeah. He really showed why he's a villain in this scene, because he was just so non-phased by Jubilee, and he so easily took Xavier.
Yeah.
Your beauty powers.
Right?
He always freaked me out when I was like younger, when like someone would blast him and you just see like everything like just mold back together. I'd be like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Is he a Terminator?
Yeah. Right.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh my god, we need Arnold.
So while we're on the subject, because Mr. Sinister has always been my all-time favorite since the cartoon, because he's so draggy, he's so like queer, especially the new comics. But Ryan, who's your villain? Who do you like?
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess it's hard to like say a villain nowadays. I guess you could really only say Orcus at this point. Back in the day, I think that I really liked the idea of Mystique's brotherhood. Like, I just like like with her, Destiny, Pyro, Avalanche, which I was a little upset. Which I understand. I guess that Destiny's not like the coolest character that you can add to like a show like this, but it would have been cool if she could have just been like a background character or someone like behind the scenes or something, like helping Mystique out or something. But I understand why they can't add it. Hopefully we'll get her in 97. But I would say Mystique's brotherhood. Also, I really do like Sinister too. I mean, like you said, he is like one of the like. Also, it's like all flooding now. It's like, wait, there's Arcade too. I like Arcade. He's fun. But I mean, I wouldn't say that he's one of my favorites. But I was just thinking of more of like the queer based kind of. I feel like Arcade's got to identify as queer somehow.
Yeah, he's probably like non-binary.
Mm-hmm. I could even see him being Ace.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He gets his kings through watching people get killed.
Exactly.
I love this.
Yeah.
All right. Back at the axis of time, Bishop desperately wants to help Xavier while Bender is being annoying. Bishop demands answers in exchange for getting Bender out of the axis. Bender laughs and says there's no way out, then throws himself off the edge.
That's me.
I do love Bender. He's so much fun.
And it's also something the Spirit of 3D would do.
Yeah. That's true.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I like kept on going back to that. Like I think I thought that when I was like younger too, because I want to say they were like out around the same time, and I was like, is that him? Could it be?
Could it be?
All right. Back in 2055 AD, Shard and Forge are trying to figure out where Bishop ended up. Shard wants to go through time to find him. Forge points to the late 90s where the X-Men live. Forge sends Shard back to the time to try and help Bishop. I've really liked Shard actually, like throughout this. Like I like that she was kind of like really like anticipate like we need to save my brother, like willing to do like whatever she can. I guess that's what you get when you're a time traveling hero. But I really Shard stuck out. Shard, I can't say her name, but she stuck out to me. Yeah, that person.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a cool character. She's very, I think, very like 90s looking, but she's very cool
very.
too. 90s moment.
Don't have a man.
You got mail. 90s moments.
Charge.
Yeah, Shard. Good old Invisaligns. thought I would remember to take these guys out. Sorry, guys.
No worries. Okay.
Kevin.
Back in the present. Sinister is leaving the manor with Xavier as he demands his portal. Where's my portal? Rawr. Shard appears in front of him. She instantly starts attacking Sinister. She's like, ooh. And then Sinister retreats into the manor. Shard comes across a woozy Jubilee. Enter Gambit, Wolverine, and Cyclops. The gang's all here. Wolverine smells something sinister. How very on the nose. Get it? They go to find Sinister.
I really like the way you overpronounce Shard's name just to really rub it into Ryan's face that you can.
You're paying for my therapy this week, huh? And I literally just skipped ahead. I'm like, please tell me my next scene doesn't involve her.
I'm going to write her in now just to really mess with you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
In the chapel, Sinister is walking the aisle with Xavier. He calls on Gorgeous George to open a portal. Just then, Cyclops attacks, mortally wounding Sinister. A portal opens and enter the Nasty Boys. They attack the X-Men while Sinister tries to make his getaway with Xavier. Sensing they're losing, Gorgeous George hightails it with the Nasty Boys. They tell Sinister that Xavier was your job and you're on your own. I love that. The portal opens behind Sinister, and he nearly escapes with Xavier, but Rogue grabs the professor in the nick of time. Scott and Logan try to jump the portal, but miss. Shard tells them that Jean has been taken to another time.
One more time.
Shard.
That's a hard D right there.
Yeah, it will be.
Oh my.
Xavier, he's got a really nice butt. Like when he was over Sinister's shoulder, I was like, that is well defined. Like you were sitting on a gold mine.
How do you get your squats in? I don't understand.
It's all in that chair, like you think that he's just sitting, but the chair is actually making him squat, like making his legs do the exercise.
Yeah,
so he's constantly squatting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or he can just make his muscles think that they're squatting. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
He's slowly pulsating them, electrocuting them. They do that. It's real.
His brain muscles.
No, yeah. I remember those like things that they would do that were like, you don't need to do sit-ups. Put this pad on your stomach and it will electrocute you and give you abs.
Yeah.
I remember those from the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one right now. No.
Uh-huh.
No.
So, Kevin, how did you feel about your man? He's like so angry right here. His little optic blasts are like blasting around his glasses.
Yeah, around. It's like, I'm ready to blast. Tell me what I need to know. Yeah, I like it. It's great. It's good.
Cool.
Sorry, you're noise almost made me spit out my drink.
And to me, it doesn't faze me anymore because that's like normal conversation with Kevin. If there's
Typical
not a blah,
Kevin.
blah, blah, I'm like, are you okay?
That's like when people see me at the gym, they say, why aren't you singing? Are you okay? You're not singing.
Back at the Axis of Time, Jean is waking up. She's in a containment field. A portal opens up and Sinister exits. Jean asks Sinister why she was kidnapped. Enter Apocalypse, who reveals he told Sinister to nab her. He's the mastermind.
What?
But not Mastermind, but the
Yep.
Mastermind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to be confused with Mastermind. He is not, connected to a building and cannot fly off when it's exploding.
Sean,
Wow. Yeah.
you did not count. I counted 2 Gene-gasms in this episode.
I was literally going to say that. I was going to be like, are we going to get the Gene-gasm?
Oh no, I missed them.
Okay.
Where did they
There's
happen?
one that happened right like when the car crashed.
The
It's
flare.
like, it was a very subtle one. She's like, it was a very tiny one, but it still counted. And then she did one here in this last scene too.
Okay. That's me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm failed.
No worries.
And I never pay attention to them, but this time I'm like, I'm now on the lookout for them, and I'm like, okay, I gotta.
I guess I'll quit the podcast. I'll leave it to you two to carry on.
Stop it. We need you. We need you. Yeah, exactly. It would just be me and Kevin bouncing around for 40 minutes being like, wait, did we talk about the show?
There, I added it. So it's twice?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I noticed one, but I didn't know if I should count it or not. I think that's the one
Yeah.
with the car.
Yeah, it's because very light, but it was still enough of the tone to give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for keeping me straight.
Yeah. Well. Oh. All right.
Yeah. I love that both of our heads were like, wait, what? Yeah. It was like the head tilt, like, Like, yeah.
It's like the pug.
All right. So, Kevin, how did you feel about this episode?
Oh yeah. Is this my moment to say the word?
Yeah.
I'm going to extreme it, obviously. So, yeah, it's great. It's really fun. Lots going on. Lots of people's involved. The callbacks are starting, but I know there's more.
Oh my God.
Just wait, there's more.
There's more.
Yeah. So it's exciting.
Okay, Ryan. I think I know what you're going to say, but what's your thought?
I'm definitely going to go with extreme as well. With the way that this sets this up for everything that's going on for the upcoming episodes, and it's a great intro. And honestly, when I was first watching it, the first of the 4 times that I watched it before this, I was like, a lot goes on in this episode. Like, a lot happens. And I was like, to think about what happens in the upcoming episodes, I was like, this was so, they could have made this like a 6-parter, to be honest with you. Like, it would have been amazing. But extreme. Mm-hmm.
Yay. Yeah. I mean, I've given it away this whole podcast. I fucking love these episodes. So extreme. This is such a great intro. This is such a great way of using Apocalypse and his self-realization. Like, this is such a great little 4-parter. Who would you say is the MXP?
Well, I feel like I should say Shard.
Yeah.
Yay.
Just that I can pronounce it correctly now. But I'm going to go with just Bishop. with the way that he kind of wants to literally prevent everything from happening. And I mean, he's got to deal with Bender, so.
Yeah.
It's true.
Away, crazy monkey.
How about you, Kevin?
Well, when I first thought about this episode, I'm like, I don't know if anybody really stood out because they're all there. But then I ended up doing Apocalypse himself.
Oh.
Because he's like, I kind of predicted your coming, Cable. I stole your computer, and I put Sinister into action. I'm doing the pieces. And so he's like, he's doing it. He's making things happen. He's got the up and up.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm like that. I'm like Apocalypse, where I'm like, oh, setback? Ha! I laugh at you. I'm going to do all this stuff over here to get past it.
Blasphemer!
Blasphemer! I love it. I actually said someone completely different than both of you. I said Beast. And I think it's because when they go to the car to get Cyclops, Beast is the one who's like, whoa. This is too easy. Like, they lured us out here. Like, obviously it's a trap. We need to get back to the manor. So I love that he picked up on that. And he's the reason they saved Xavier, because they wouldn't have gone back as soon without Beast.
He's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aww.
And then he gets ruined in the comics.
Oh my God.
I know.
Like, literally, talk about a 180. Jesus.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't bring that anywhere near 97. Like, any of how many? Because they're signed for 2 seasons, right?
2 seasons, yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope of many. But yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to do well. I'm hopeful.
I think it's going to do well. I mean, with just our generation wanting to watch it, and then now a new gen coming up. I mean, like, I have a 4-year-old nephew, and I'm like already like, all right, what can I get you into? We're getting you like, what's on Disney? Like, all right, we got Spidey. Let's watch Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Like, and now he's like obsessed with Spider-Man, and like slowly, like I'm integrating. Like, I was like, oh, you know who else is a really good friend of Spider-Man? Iceman. Like, Iceman's on. Yeah. X-Men. Let me tell you a little about them. So, like, I really think that it will reach to this next gen as well, too. Fingers crossed.
I think so. Well, I don't know. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not on this podcast, but when Disney Plus first came out, X-Men was the most watched series on Disney Plus. So that's not just us watching; that's the younger generation too. So I think you're right, Ryan. I think it will reach to the younger kids as well.
Definitely.
Ooh. We shiver with anticipation.
So we'll start with Ryan this time. What would you say is the X factor?
It was hard. This was a hard one.
I'm going to go with Shard wanting to go back and help Professor Xavier and like come back to the present time to like help her brother, or think that she's helping her brother, but we'll see what she does. You'll see, Kevin. You'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I know. I had to be like, wait, is this episode? I was like, yes, all right. She came back this.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of Charles Xavier. Her like deep woman voice. I love it. I'm a friend of Charles Xavier. I was like, well, we gotta let her help. You know, yeah.
She must. You know, I
dropped already.
she's friends with Dazzler. That's what it is. That
There you go. Hey Dazzler. Hey Charge. What's up?
Oh my God, I forgot that Dazzler. Yes, Dazzler's voice was so low too. Is that your girlfriend? I'm ready for her to take the wig off and be like, "It's me, Candy Muse." No,
why would you do that?
Oh no, Charge. Okay, cool. For me, I'm gonna. This was hard because there's so much going on. I mean, you can say anything in here is X Factor. I'm going to, just because it makes me happy, I'm going to do the Cyclops eyeglass burglary blah, blah, blah
Oh.
things. I love his intensity.
Eyeglass eye sparkle?
Yeah.
Tense ice
She's like,
circle.
I just feel like emanating, like the buzzing of it. I don't know.
He had a twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, he did.
Very intense twinkle. Mine, I may be biased here because this is really like my introduction to Apocalypse through the show. But like they do him so right. Like I don't know how X-Men Apocalypse did him so wrong. He just had no like purpose in that movie. Like if they would have watched the show and emulated the voice and like his just kind of chaotic kind of kill everything and see what survives kind of mentality, like he's just such an amazing villain for that reason. And they get it in this cartoon, and they do him so well.
And Oscar Isaacs is, Oscar Isaacs is such an amazing actor, and they really did him dirty too. They directed him so awfully.
Yeah.
There was no really like any purpose to that Apocalypse, just for him to be like immortal, basically. You know what I mean? Like he didn't. Well, I mean, he did give us kind of some. I liked seeing it. The way that the Horsemen were portrayed, like just seeing them in live action. I'll say that. Like the Psylocke was kind of cool to see. Was it a good rendition? No, but it was cool to see someone using Psylocke's powers and stuff like that. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was much better than the Psylocke that we got in Last Stand that didn't even have her powers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
she was
that.
like, she like turned into a wall or something. I don't know. She could like I don't know. Literally, she like just like appeared out of nowhere and like got Dr. Rao. I was like, oh, where did you? Okay, all right, that's a new power for Psylocke.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That movie made no sense.
No.
All right, so for a previously on question, I thought it'd be fun to know what did Jubilee do to clear out those wedding guests?
I'm gonna guess that. I mean, let's be honest. This is Jubilee, you guys, and throughout this entire series, Jubilee has been hitting on guys that are way older than her. So she probably just started hitting on all of the older men in the wedding, and that they were like, "We gotta get out of here. This 14-year-old is hitting on me. Like, we gotta go." So I think that's how Jubilee cleared him out. She was like, "Oh, look." She loved Longshot. Who else did she want? Didn't she want Colossus and Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah. She flirted with both of them.
I was like, lay off my boy Bobby. All right.
I know.
Exactly.
You mean my boy Bobby, but that's fine. That's fine.
I'll give it to you.
So will he.
Hey-oh.
Ooh, it's cold. Okay.
Woo, yeah.
Shivering me timbers.
Anyway. Oh, what Jubilee did. Should I say my answer? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I think she probably like opened all the doors and windows, and she went outside and she like started 4th of July, and she's like, "Look over there!" And then they all came out.
Nice.
I don't know.
I see it. It worked for Jada, so it had to work for
right.
For Mm-hmm.
Another Milwaukee Queen. There you go.
Wow. Oh yeah. She paints so well.
Yeah.
She's so gifted.
And she really I met her in Madison. She was out of drag but just dancing like crazy. And she's like, "Oh, hey you." I'm like, "Oh." So
hi. Me and my fiance one time when we were in Provincetown, we ran into Raja and Jinx. And we were like literally like, you're in Provincetown, you're overserved walking down Main Street. And my fiance was like, "That's Raja and Jinx over there." I was like, "What?" I was like, "We have to go say hi." He's like, No. I'm like, I have to just say thank you for 2 amazing seasons. They're 2 of my favorite winners. And we went over there, and they were both like the nicest ever. Like Raja, I was like, all right, thank you so much, and that's all I wanted to say. Bye. And Raja was like, get back here, let's take a photo. Come on, I'm really good at selfies. And like we took a selfie together after. She's like, come on, we're going into this bar. You guys are coming with us. And we hung out with them for a little bit. They were awesome. I absolutely loved them.
Yeah.
That's
Yay.
so cool, Jelly. My initial thought to this question, the 10-year-old pervert Shawn was like, she farted. But then I challenged myself to find a better answer. So my answer is she turned on X-Men Apocalypse and everybody ran screaming.
I get it.
Beautiful.
I got it.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I at first thought too, I was like, maybe she did like cherry bombs in the toilets or something, but I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that would be her own home. Why would she want to do that?
You're right.
Like, wasn't it
That's
at the
true.
mansion? So she did. I thought she would just start hitting on older gentlemen. Yeah.
I like that answer.
Move
So
it, people,
technically-
move it.
So our next episode is Beyond Good and Evil Part 2, Promise of Apocalypse. So what do you think? Where do you think this crazy story is going?
Well, it says a promise. He promised he would like take matters in his own hand. He's probably gonna bring his horsemen back now. Get them in the mix. That's what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and he did spoil for you that famine comes back, so I guess...
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't have apocalypse without the horseman. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Which actually, when I came to think about Have Yourself a More Like Little Christmas, that was one thing I was like, maybe it does take place all the way back in season 1, and that's why famine's not changed yet. That's why Jubilee's like, this is my first Christmas. I think it was supposed to take place in the past.
Except with Leech grown up.
Yeah. I think Leech was the...
He just ages
problem.
differently. That's part of his
There you go.
mutant ability, you know. Yeah. He's got like
Yeah.
Benjamin Buttons backwards. He's just aging really quickly.
Oh, it's Robin Williams' Jack. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Great movie. Great
Yeah.
movie. Oh, God.
90s moment.
90s moment. All right. So, Ryan, we really appreciate you coming on our show and nerding out with us. I guess you were good, so I guess we could have you back.
Oh my gosh. I was good. I wasn't a nasty boy.
Well, you were. That's why you were good.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Yes. Excellent. You guys, honestly, thank you guys so much. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for doing what you guys do. This podcast is so good. It makes me laugh, and it's very educational too for like people that don't know a lot, or watched it once when they were younger and now rewatching it again when they're older and finding out all the cool little things. Like that one thing about like Namor being a sailor in that one episode.
Right.
I was like, what? And then like literally went back and I was like, shit, that is Namor. I was like, yeah. So I mean, like it's so cool. Thank
pretty
you
amazing.
so much for this podcast, and the biggest thank you to both of you guys for letting me nerd out with you guys. I always have like this joke with my friends, like if something big happens in the comics, I'm like, oh, this made me comic all over my pants. You guys, you literally made me comic all over my pants for this. So thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate it. And I'm very excited to be welcomed back for a future episode.
Yes.
So thank you guys
Yes.
so much. Much gratitude.
No.
You're welcome. And
Yeah,
is
we
there
love
anywhere
you.
you'd like people to find you?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to follow me, I don't really post that many things. But it's RYEORIO at Instagram. That's basically where you can find me. Or you can find me in the comments of Solving for X.
I know you're a very good commenter. I love it. I always love all your comments.
But thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kevin, how about
Amazing.
you?
Yeah. Okay. You can follow my personal page at KGZ87. There's 2 E's. I love it. Easy.
Easy.
Easy breezy. Beautiful KGZ.
Oh, I love that. That should be like your tag on that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stole the cover girl thing. It's fine. But yeah, you can find me there. And you can also find my other podcast, Words of the Witches, where Shawn is there helping me cover the Charmed comic books. So, so yeah.
And I don't think I've mentioned it yet. You can find me on Marvelous Galaxy of Disney. It's our Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars podcast. You could also find me on My Magical Journeys for any of your travel needs, or you can find my book, Witch's Brew, A Dream of Waking, on Amazon. Yay, so much stuff. All right, Sexy Xy's, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week with more Beyond Good and Evil with a brand new guest.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.